What's happening, YouTube? Gaming it up, Call of Duty, and sadly I can't connect the data, so you can see my kill streak is killer. But while I got some good internet and I'm chopping it with you, and I have a little bit of downtime for once in a while, I'm gonna talk to you on a subject that I heard on Instagram. I forgot his name, but I'm gonna talk about it in another video, because it's talking about emotional responsibility. He really clicks on it and being really in tune with himself. He's a black man, by the way, which is kind of taboo for a black man to be emotionally aware of himself and others and being responsible for all these things. But I'm down with it. He made a post that really hit me. It's like the whole people are ghosting. Goddamn, I got caught. The whole ghosting motherfuckers and being like, oh, we're adults and we're emotionally. No, you're emotionally irresponsible. You're distant, and you think that's called self-care. You don't want to respond when you're doing wrong. And he also comes in where he's like, I don't have to give you all of me. You expect me to give you all of me, and you give me nothing. This is a common tactic that, hold on, let me kill this motherfucker. Yep, we already got him. This is a common thing, and among the gang stalking community, this is a common thing. The average person, the average idiot, you'd be like, oh, that's just normal. That's just so-and-so. That's just how bitches get down. Red pill, boop-a-bop boop. No, it's deeper. It's deeper. And fuck it, I'm gonna expose it for what I think it is, what I know it is on a lot of points. Like, people team up against you. It's ridiculous. It's like people dedicate their lives to be a demon in your life. Like, they'll throw away all of their life just to make sure. Like, people will risk. I've seen it firsthand. And like, I've seen a guy risk his life to try to scare me. Like, it's 3 a.m, he's running up on me. I live in the hood. And he risked me blowing a big ass hole in his chest by running up on me. Oh, I'm gonna show this nigga. Like, these people are psychopaths. They're mentally insane. Like, in the hood, we'll kill you for disrespect, simply. But threatening my life and playing in like, oh, it was a joke, or that this is the kind of mindset that, and I don't know if they team up like that on a massive level, but there's obviously a large group of 6 people. So I'm just gonna speak in openly on like, hey, this is just how they get down. I don't know how to categorize weirdos. But not only in that factor, I could speak on another factor where it was before my kids were born, like maybe 2014. No, it was right when my daughter was about to be born, 2012, 2013. And these niggas tried to rob me, and I almost ended up killing these niggas. Not only with the gun, I threw the gun in my girl's lap, baby mama's lap. And I'm trained. So I can kill the average man with my bare hands. I'll just keep it short like that. I don't glorify it. They were brothers too. I don't glorify death in any form or fashion unless you force me. Hold on. Sorry. Distraction. Killed his ass. Okay, so that being, there's 2 things that threw me off. One, I think my baby mama was like one of those like long story double agent plants, if not on a spiritual level, on a deeper level within my family and whatnot. This bitch tried to like entice me to kill these niggas when everything ended in good fashion, other than my scrape shoes and shit like that. And I punked them niggas, and I showed them who's who. Nothing too big, nothing too bad. And it dawned on me that this bitch was detrimental to everybody. And this is a common theme on her energy level. Like, and then I noticed this with friends. I noticed this with random strangers. Like, oh, I'm gonna entice a fight, or I'm gonna try to get a fight out of you, or certain areas within the U.S. there's people that are just really erratic, and it's just weird. And these things that are gonna happen, I can push these people off. They mean nothing. But when I'm talking about friends and even new relationships, like I met a bitch when I was transferring from there's a few bitches. It's like this is okay. One bitch from switching from one job to another. Bitch was a traveler nurse, but she was bonkers. She was controlling. I guess these men nowadays are such cucks that they bend over backwards for pussy. So when they don't see a man that like doesn't play with it, they get attitude. It's just shit that I can deal with. I cut her bitch ass off, blocked her instantly. Another one I'm talking to over line, definitely from Canada. She wants me to go out the way really far just to tap her pussy. I'm like, that's just, it costs money. That sounds like prostitution with extra steps. 1, 2, I'm more spiritually aware that sex isn't just this is more than what. You kill this nigga, camping ass faggot. It's more than just a fleshly ordeal. That's neither here nor there. But I'm wiser to that, and I'm wising up on a lot of shit. But oh, how dangerous letting a friend in is. This is what I'm gonna chop on. Like, you have niggas that I have niggas that I've known, and you may have niggas. Maybe if you're blessed to not have niggas that you've known for a long period of time, where you don't have to fall or become subdued to this kind of confusion, God bless you. But I know niggas that I went to trucking school with, went to school in high school with, went to school like from young, and these motherfuckers will flip on you. Like, I've been in trucking for over 7 years, so let's just give you a breakdown of it. I've been taking L's for almost 7 years, all the way up to now. And now I'm getting blessings just because of wisdom. But speaking on wisdom, I'm speaking on the fact that, like, I know one nigga and he's glorifying being a crash out. And niggas just a few years younger than me, maybe 2, I don't know, maybe 3. Younger nigga, like I would consider him like a little brother age. But it's niggas that are my age are crash outs, generally speaking. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why are you a trucker? And you, like, trucking is already trying to kill us. What do you mean you're a crash out, or you're happy, you're depressed, but you don't want to admit it, and you're trying to be positive? But then again, I already see him for what he is. He's a motherfucker that's basically demon possessed or an op. I don't give a fuck. I categorize it all in one same area. Then yeah, but we're never chill, and I don't chill with nobody for that exact reason. I have niggas I grew up with that they're not necessarily negative. They're one of the few rare that are actually in the positive group, but it's just like, it's limited. Like, positive, I can get you to go skate, maybe get you to go to the gym with me, but talking about real life anything, unless we're smoking weed and drinking, which I don't do either anymore, that's like it's just out of the idea. And even if we did, it's just like, do I even know you? I wonder how many people I've spoken to and it goes in one ear and out the other. Like, I've seen small words I've said to new people I've barely met or people I've known for a long time, and it's changed their lives. And I'm not about being some superhero and shit, but it just gives credence to the fact that you're listening, you're actually intaking what I'm saying, and we can respond and have a decent, normal banter. Versus it's like, oh yeah, I hear you, but nah. Like here's one thing. One of my niggas, I know him from a long time. He know me since high school, damn near. And he grew up in the same hood. We're a skater. We're both skaters. He saw me get sponsored. He saw me, my ups and my lows, my hustle times, everything. And his younger cousin, he's like, oh, you're the nigga that, like, I talk about flat earth and all that shit. He's like, oh, you're the nigga that banging on all this weird ass truth and all this, making us question reality. And I talk to him about change. I talk to everybody about changing their life and progressing and trying to make a better life for themselves. And I thought it went in one ear and went out the other, but a little bit stayed. Everybody is different. Everybody has like a hole that they put wisdom in their brain. A lot of people, I'd say 50% or more, are NPCs, and it's hard to tell who's who, because you can have an NPC within your own family group and whatnot, and it feels like they outnumber us, but whatever. But that hole, based on your willingness and courage, is stretched. And you get wisdom. More wisdom can seep in and fall in. You can call it your ear holes, your brain holes, your eye holes. There's many holes you can take wisdom in from. But that same hole, if not defended, you can have other shit seep into, and it'll have a nasty effect on you. I don't know what this guy doing. That's not even a parking spot player. I get it, you're tired. Trucking. Anywho, but it seeped into him, and he's like, man, we should have a podcast. And I'm like, no, nigga, we should live our lives greatly. And I question the validity of people in general. I was like, do you want the best for your life? do you even want your life? I don't know if you're trying to pass your depression on, or it's your goal to pass depression on, or you're actually depressed. Like depression comes in a funny way, where, man, this guy's struggling here. It's an old head. Don't know what the fuck he doing. Goofy shit. Anyways, depression comes in many forms, and it's even in the slightest form. But emotionally being blocked off is a hard proof of it. Not wishing well for people that you even want to wish well for is a hard part of it. Not taking advice from somebody you know damn well you should take advice from is a hard part of it. There's a lot of parts of depression that aren't really acknowledged, because in this state, in these 50 states, and probably others, we are in a state in itself where we're emotionally numb. And if you maintain your emotion, or you seek normal emotion, it's weird to most people. Like, I had a good, normal, wholesome interaction with a trucker that was an overhaul trucker. We sat there, we chopped it openly. And I have this from state to state. I have a lot in my home city, but God bless that. But within certain areas, I walk in the store, everybody's grumpy. Everybody hates their life, hates their job. They fucking hate interacting with people, and they're half on and half off. Like, women will really like you, they'll reach to touch you and hug on you and talk to you, and at the same time they'll hate you because you don't want to give them excessive amounts of attention. But what is there to give when you're closed off and you're weird with it? Like, you're open, but you don't know how to communicate. You know what I mean? You don't, and it's not saying you need to be a professional or a female Casanova, or even a Casanova of being a general friend, but you should be able to, like, hey, I'm a human being. I can say good things about you as you say good things about me, or we can be more inviting in some form and fashion. But that's my naive side, wanting to find grounds, when in reality, I think it's based off of the fact that a lot of people are demon possessed. And the fact that if you're spiritually aware to it and not having that bullshit, they won't like it, and the intensity will kick up. I know I'm scatterbrained on it, but I swear to God, I'm making sense. Like, I refuse to allow you to stand and drop your nuts on me. Whether you, like, here's what I mean by weird spiritual warfare gang stalking thing. I'm walking in public, and this has happened from state to state, you name it, and a motherfucker, I just walk with your chest out, chin up, blah blah blah, normal shit. It was even more so when I was working out consistently, and the motherfuckers will do you know what I mean? It's like the puffing their chest up around me, like, oh, I just realized I'm a male, I'm a man, I should act like a man. And I'm offended because you are acting like your gender. So I'm gonna look at you weird, and I'm gonna feel this. And you have that from men, and I get it. That's fine. You can throw hands if you want, but they never do. It's like a facade. But women are now participating in that with the opposite gender. Like, how dare you love yourself? How dare you feel good? We all feel like shit. You should feel like shit. You're no better than me. That's the energy I'm getting. All, and maybe because I guess I'm an empath. That's the energy I get. Not all areas, but all those people that are off. And that's why I constantly say it's demon possession. Because if you remove light and you allow that lack spirit and that lack mindset, then the only thing that can fill you is darkness. That's enough for my rant today. Anyways, love to any of my subscribers. I think all 3 or 13 or 12 or 17. I don't know. I don't check too much often. I got a lot of other things to deal with. I'll get more serious, more organized and whatnot. Stick with me. Like and subscribe. God knows your value. You know the rest.